G'day, Tonia Reeves, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, coming at you from Sunday Creek here in sunny Victoria. We've got an awesome sunny day out there today, but it's windy so unfortunately I couldn't get out to do my show. That was kind of what I had in mind, but yeah, we've got lots of wind happening, so not really good on the mic. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I've also had my internet's been a little bit patchy, so I'm hoping that will be okay through this. So yeah, fingers crossed. Anyway, so I hope everyone's had a good week. I did a live on my group, the Psychic Cowgirl Tribe, the other day, and just shared the intense energy and feeling. And I know for me it was really big to have a release of emotion. So I was really compelled to do that. And it was almost like when I started, I couldn't stop, which was, really, it's something I don't think I've had happen to that extreme before, but obviously I needed to release that emotion. And, I had a lot of things that were weighing in my life over the last few weeks. And my gorgeous daughter had been in hospital, and she's now going great, which is awesome. So we're really wrapped about that. And she actually shared a story on her page, and then I shared it on my personal page. But she's 17 and was diagnosed with bipolar last year. So she's now sharing her story, so it enables me to now be able to talk about it, whereas prior to that, I've always felt, I keep my family pretty private, and I don't, it's sort of up to them if they choose for me to be able to share it. But in that coming to light, it really has been, for me as a mother, experiencing a child with a mental health issue is something now that I can relate to and share my experience with others on this topic, because it really is such a massive thing, mental health, and everyone that you speak to is impacted in some way, and it seems to be more nowadays than ever before. And a lot of that, I feel like, because we are more sensitive, we are, a lot more every person that I speak to nearly has a major amount of empathic connections, where we're picking up on things. We're so much more in tune now than I think we've ever been, and I think sometimes that takes a lot of consolidating. And I'm not necessarily saying that's the answer to mental health at all, but I don't think it helps us. Having to deal with the chemical imbalance, but also being sensitive. So I think that is an aspect. For us, it's been finding the journey of finding the right people to help. So I've also been shown through my daughter that we come into this, our life as we know it is ours to make choices and to decide on how we want to deal with these things that are put to us. And it's been a really learning curve for me as a mother to have to allow her to make decisions based on what she feels right for her. And it's almost like Spirit have shown me that as well, that this is her journey, and I can encourage her and be there for her, which of course as a mother I am, but the decisions that regarding her treatment and what she wants to do is totally hers. So that side, has been a real learning curve, and something that I just thought, I'd like to share today and say, those of you that are struggling with mental health, find the right people. It makes such a difference. Get the right psychiatrist, get a great psychologist. It's so important in the healing and in the process to be able to get the right support. So if you're feeling down, please know there's amazing people out there, and if you haven't found them yet, keep looking, because you will find them. So I just wanted to encourage. I think we all need that bit of encouragement to say we're not doing so great on our own. It's not weak to step up and put your hand up and say I need some help. And we all go through stages where we need some help and guidance, and whether that's from a professional, whether it's from friends or family, don't be scared to ask, because quite often, and I've learnt through this journey, is the more that things are shared around mental health and around those experiencing it, not only the ones that are experiencing it, but the families and those that are closest to those going through this. So, we all need to reach out at times, and I just wanted to encourage everyone to do that and know that there's far more people impacted than we realise. And to me, that's really important to remember. You're not on your own on this journey. Okay. So there's my sharing for the day. I'm going to go on to my first caller. I have got Lisa in Florida, USA. Lisa, how are you?
Good. How are you, Tonia?
Really good. Thank you for ringing in.
Thank you.
Cool. Now, would you like me to focus on something specific for you?
Career and love.
Yeah. I reckon that's the most popular one. I do get asked on the radio, which is fascinating, but, they're major areas for us, yeah? Okay, first of all, I want to start on love, relationships. So can I ask, was there a long-term relationship that's recently come to an end for you?
No, I'm currently in one.
You're in one. Okay. So there's something about, it's like, because what Spirit is showing me, there's something around it's been a long road and it's been a hard road, and there's like contemplation around, do I stay or do I go? So I feel like there's something, that you're really questioning around, and it sort of comes back to, can I do this on my own? More so I feel for you than it does, should I leave or not? Because I feel like you've got one step already looking at, I would be happier to make that step, but it's almost like in your mind you're thinking, oh God, I've got to, be able to financially sustain myself and be able to move forward with that. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I want to say, because it's like you're stepping in spirit, I've got a lady stepping in for you. You're more than capable, and you underestimate yourself. So I feel like with them sharing that, it's like, you've got this. It's just a case of you've dipped your foot in the water and it's a case of taking that step. And I know it's easier said than done. So quite often it's almost like, I can say that to you, but actually getting the confidence and the power to do that can be another story. But what they're showing me is you've already got what it takes to do this. So I don't feel like we don't need you to do anything extra or put things into play. It's just a case of you stepping into, and it's almost like, I want to go to my heart. My heart's not in where you are at the moment. So it's like you're sacrificing yourself and your own needs, and you've come to that realization, but we now need to take the next step.
Okay.
Is that your feeling on it? Because I feel like that's what they're showing me. It's like you're wanting more, and I feel like you've tried and tried within this relationship to, it's almost like what they're showing me. It's not like you've just woken up and gone, oh, I'm a bit over this. You've tried to sort of put pieces together and tried to liven things up, but it's just, there's not the reciprocation with your partner.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, and it's almost like...
Do you see it lasting? Do you see me?
I see what I want to say, what they're showing me on your journey is you've had an awakening and you can't go back. So it's like you've changed and you've stepped forward in and this is also linking in with your career and what you love to do. How can you put this? You've had, with this awakening and change, you can't go back to just settling into the old lifestyle. So it's a case of they either need to come up with you or they will be left behind.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like, I feel like there's a potential that they could, but whether that realization, I feel almost like it's going to take you to step away from it for them to have that realization that they need to change. And by change, it's actually would be great for them to change and step up, but they need the motivation to want to do that.
Okay.
Okay, because you've had some great times.
I went on a job interview this afternoon and was just wondering if you were
Okay, so where does the 3 jobs go for? Is there 2 more that you're applying for? So I feel like they're showing me there's a few.
No, it was just the one that I've had so far, and it's part-time and it works out for me, the hours and days. But it's about a 30-minute drive for me, and I know the woman from 40 years ago. I used to work with her, so I was just curious that you're picking up.
Excellent. Did you have something? Yeah. Did you have something when you went in there? Because I feel like Spirit is saying you almost had this feeling of, wow, this fits. Like, I don't feel you went in there doubting. It's like you walked in there and went, this is me. There's something about that was like, yep, I can see myself here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have any doubt that what they're showing me is you've got this. And it's almost like I wanted to go back even when I was first talking about the relationship. It's like the job's stepping in first. So it's like the career, and that will help give you the confidence to be able to make a decision based on I'm where I need to be, and I'm feeling confident to make decisions regarding the relationship. But it's almost like financially and just having that confidence, the job is what's going to sort of almost like give you the confidence to take that extra step.
I agree. Okay.
So, and because that is you as well.
That he's faithful and loyal?
I see a very insecure person. I see somebody that has liked to control you at times. And
did you say control?
It's control. I feel like there's elements of, almost like to keep you, how can I put it, like keep the control or keep you where you need to be in his eyes. So it's like there's a little bit of you've been held back, but that's not happening anymore. It's not really comfortable with that. And I also want to say he's the sort to not want to be on his own. So if he gets wind that you're going to be moving on, there will more likely he will be opening his eyes elsewhere.
Right.
Yeah. But that's his insecurity. It's not to do with you. That's his stuff. But you deserve to have somebody that reveres you, I have to say. And it's like Spirit is stepping in going, it's something that if you don't sort of step into this, it's almost like it's now or never. Like we've got the job, we're ready to go. I want to fly. I don't want to be held back anymore. And that's going back to what I initially picked up around you is you've opened your eyes now, and I feel like that's to do with the relationship. You've kind of had to be buried in the sand a little bit. You've been a little bit held back and not being able to really see things for how they are, but there's been an awakening for you where you've seen it now. So to me, that's even Spirit, your guides, and that giving you the signs to say it's time to move forward for you. It's time to think about you, Lisa. Like you've always considered others, and I feel like there's a part of you that also you feel bad about honouring how you feel, and I want to tell you it's time not to do that anymore. It's time to honour Lisa and go, I deserve to be happy and have a great life, because you do.
Thank you.
All right? So
You're
don't forget
point,
that.
Tonia.
Well, good.
I'm a Pisces. I'm the caregiver. I'm the caretaker. So I need to put myself first.
You do. And don't forget, and that makes sense too with you being a Pisces, you're very in tune. So what you pick up in your psychic side is correct. So it's like, don't doubt that. You get given information, it's very relevant, and trust it, because, you are on point with it. But I do see this is the second chapter in your life. Yeah. This is a second chapter in your life, so you're stepping into some really cool stuff. So I want to say,
I'm
Lisa,
a Reiki practitioner.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, awesome.
And I just turned 50 in March, so I feel like I've been reborn.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's what I just feel like I'm on the next phase. Like I've ended that chapter, I'm coming out of that and I'm stepping into the next phase, and you will not look back.
Okay, good.
So please know that.
Thank you.
My pleasure. It's lovely to connect with you. And and don't
Thank you
forget
so
how
much.
awesome you are.
Thank you so much. Do you see my health okay?
Yeah, it's health's connected, emotional. There's the emotional connection with health, and once you let go of what no longer serves you, you will be amazed at how well you'll be feeling.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you for calling in. And keep me posted,
Thank
Lisa.
you.
I love to hear.
I will.
Thank
you, Donna. Blessings to you.
Take care. Okay, I'm going on to my second caller, Jennifer from Canada, Alberta. Jennifer, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Really good, thank you. Thank you for calling in. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Sorry.
That's all right. It's a little bit
Hello.
of interference cutting in there.
I think you're just where I'm standing in my bedroom.
Awesome. That's all right. We'll get through. There's something about usually my second caller for the last few weeks, I've had some trouble with the communication, so it's really fascinating. But if we get cut out or anything, just message me on my page and I can get clearer for you. Now, what would you like me to cover today, Jen?
Oh, I need a new job. I need to know what a job.
Okay. There's a lot, I feel like when I connect with you, there's a lot of emotion around. So I was saying earlier, there is energetically a lot of stuff going on for a lot of us, but I feel like I need to release some emotion. Allow yourself to have a cry.
Yeah, there was a sudden death in the family that kind of upset us all. It was bad.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, because I feel that. I'm feeling that heart connection straight away when I connected in with you. Let me just say. So this is was this a male that passed? I'm just trying to connect in with who's around you. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I feel like I want to go to, I was here for a good time, not a long time. So there's something around it. He lived life to the full, and almost like I want to go to no regrets. There's a reference to that. So I feel like as much as his life was cut short, it's almost like he's coming through going, I did a lot in my lifetime.
Oh.
But there's a lot of love for you and the family. You had a special connection with him, and he's making reference to that. And I want to wink. So I feel like I don't know whether you winked or he winked or whatever, but I just want to go to he's coming through winking. So I don't know where that fits, but that's what he's showing me.
Oh, my oldest son's mother used to do that before he passed away. Maybe it's
Yeah.
The one that passed away in the family was only 9 weeks old.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, no, this is an adult, not 9 weeks old. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, wow. Yeah, the 9 weeks is not a long time at all. I'm sending much love out to you guys. That's hard, very, very hard. All right, so that's why we're getting the emotion happening. Okay. So make sure you allow yourself to do what needs to be done for you. It's almost like a little bit like my last caller. It's time for you to honour your feelings and where you sit with things. There's a little bit similar to my last read that I did where you're doing everything for everyone else, so we need to focus a bit on you.
I meditate sometimes, and I have a pendulum that I hold on to for some positive energy.
Yeah. But you're very much in tune. So do you do spiritual work because I feel like I'm connected to, you're very spiritual. And there's something around, now often I find this can happen too when we have those that pass over to the other side. It almost can change/strengthen our connection. And I feel like that's relevant to you. There's something around you even fine-tuning your gift more so with that connection to those in spirit, and even the little one.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so know that.
Time right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. There's also a question around somebody moving, but I'm not sure that it's you. Is there somebody in the family that's moving?
I just moved from Ontario to Alberta.
Okay. So was that a big move for you? Something like they just acknowledge.
Oh, yeah. It was. It took us 3 days to get here. It took me a year to convince myself to do it. It was hard.
Okay. Yep. And there's an element where you trusted your gut feeling on it, and even though it still might be hard because it's all very new, it's like you're where you need to be.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of support there. There's a lot of people. I'm even feeling like there's new people you're going to be meeting that will help with connecting you. So it's like I'm connecting with others that do similar work to what you do, and spiritual, of course, that you'll be connecting with there. So I feel like it's a little bit more open to that kind of thing where you are now than where you were before.
Oh.
So, yeah. So put your, it's like I want to put my feelers out, but I do see new connections for you. But it's also around you putting yourself out there a little bit as well. So it's almost like I want to encourage you to get out and do things and have fun. And there's something around dancing, or I'm going off to do something that's fun.
So things I like to do. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So in that is meeting new people. So it's almost like I want to get out and spread my wings a bit for you. I also see somebody around you. Are you by yourself where you've moved? Because I feel like there's somebody that's stepping in.
No, I live with family.
Okay. What about a partner?
Well, the one I want to be with, the one guy that I want to be with. There's two that I kind of want to be with. One lives in Calgary, which is near me, and one lives in Ontario.
I love the fact you've got these choices. Okay. Let me tune in here for you. All right. Okay. Out of the two that you've just mentioned, there's one that is a bit unobtainable, or I feel like doesn't want to commit or can't commit, or has issues with commitment, and I feel like that's not the one for you. So I feel like I want to go to, but I feel like with connecting to the energy of the one that I was connecting to originally was someone who lives in not a remote area, but I feel like I'm on a farm, or I feel like I'm surrounded by land.
Land? One is kind of surrounded by land. He's on a big property. He's a bad boy.
Yeah.
He's in Ontario jail right now.
Okay.
He's one I have more of a connection with. We do love each other. We really do. Just, I was moving when I was maybe 5 months away from moving, and it was me that didn't really want the commitment and stuff, but we talk every day, and he does want to come up here to visit. You see him coming to visit?
When you say like he's a bad boy, I don't feel like we're not talking major. Does that make sense? I feel like there's some element of him finding himself. Yeah. It's like almost like he's doing the time, but he's reconnecting with what it is he wants, and it's almost like he needs to find his way. There is an aspect you're going to help him with that.
Yeah,
and that's why that's what you're guided to him, because you're showing him the way. You also see the good in him, and it's almost like I feel like he's had a really rough start to life, and he lacks a lot of the confidence to see his good points. So he feels at times he's quite down on himself, but you are the one that helps him, be able to be the better version of himself.
Yeah, his mom loves me, his sister loves me, like I get along with him great. He's just had a rough life, and the few months that we were together, I showed him the better life is.
Yeah. Good on you. You're the shining light. But I do have to say, with you, and because you're so in tune with things, you intuitively know what sits right with you. So it's like, I want to explore that. And I feel like he will make the changes and can step up. But you're the sort, you're going to help him along the journey. But at the end of the day, if he doesn't step up fully, you'll be like, next.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We're going to have a baby together. And I'm just like, okay, hold on, pendulum. So, yeah. Kind of put the pendulum down for a couple days.
Yeah, get out of your head with it. Just go, you know what, you're connected to spirit really strongly. Give me the signs, yes or no. I do feel like you'll come to visit, and I do feel like you will spend some time connecting with him. The question mark is, and it's like spirit is showing me, it will be your decision whether you keep that long term or not. But I'm not worried about it, because if it's not him, there's somebody else. You don't have any problems finding them, so that's wonderful. That's your superpower.
My next question is, am I going to lose the weight that I want to?
Yep. Because you're determined this time. Now, I've actually got to wrap up, so please message me. But remembering, things have changed now. You're not going to go back into the bad habits. You're actually stepping up. So know that you're on the right track. And don't be hard on yourself. Okay, I've got to run. Thank you so much for ringing in. Please message me, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, on Facebook, and I can expand on that for you. Thank you so much. Tonia Reeves signing off. Woohoo!